George Michael and Careless Whisper. It's 8 minutes past 11 when time was when my next guest, Nick Harrison, would have been delighted to be able to whisper, never mind speak, without stammering, because he did suffer from a stammer. He's in the studio with me. Nick, was that from childhood?
Yes, indeed. It was from when I was about 4 years old.
Right.
And it stuck with me through my life.
How old are you now?
I'm 35.
Yeah, but you're speaking, you're controlling your words now because you went on this course. What did they tell you?
It's all about learning a breathing technique.
Right.
And for the first time in a long time, I'm now in control of my stammer instead of my stammer being in control of me.
Does it ever come back? I mean, do you ever worry about it? Because a lot of people have said that the more you worry about something like a stammer... Incidentally, what's the difference between a stammer and a stutter? Is there any difference?
There's no difference at all.
Right.
It's just one name, what the Americans call it, really.
Oh, okay.
They refer to it as a stutter, but in the UK we refer to it as a stammer.
Right.
But it's exactly the same thing.
How bad was it?
I had good days and bad days, but I could never phone up for a taxi or phone up for a takeaway. I used to hate the phone.
Really?
It was my worst fear.
Was it awful at school?
It was bad at school. I suffered a lot of teasing and bullying, but I was brought up by my dad and he's an old man's man, and he teaches you to stick up for yourself. So
And good for him.
that's
yeah.
what I did, but
Yeah.
it was tough through school days.
Yeah. And so you went on this course, the Maguire programme, and there you bumped into Gareth Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I first found out about the programme by seeing Gareth Gates on the Jonathan Ross show,
Right.
and was amazed how he had learnt to control his stammer,
Right.
and I just had to give it a go. I had nothing to lose and
So
everything to gain.
what was the nature of the course?
It's all about teaching you a new breathing technique.
Right. So it's a biological, physical activity.
Well, that's how we get around it.
So it's not, there's no suggestion that it's psychosomatic. There's no suggestion that, because in the old days, I remember, well, not all that old, a lot of it was that somebody's brain was working faster than the part of the brain required for communications was able to tell the voice to say what they wanted to say.
Yeah.
In other words, the brain was ahead of you,
Yeah.
but the voice couldn't catch up on it, so that there was a certain sense that it was mental.
Yeah, there's lots of views on it.
Yeah, sure,
but the one which relates to me the most is, as a child, if you say a word wrong and you get picked up on it or teased on it as a child, that plants a negative seed within your mind.
Yes,
so
yes.
when you have to say that word again,
You hesitate.
you're not 100% sure that you're going to say it, and that seed grows and it really affects you, and if you're not confident, then there's no way you can say that word.
Do you think about it now? Does it bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I'm actually proud to be a recovering stammerer.
Right.
And I've come a long way within the last 6 months.
6 months. So, I mean, one of the purposes of your visit here to us at BBC Radio Berkshire is people who are listening who may themselves have a stammer, any form of hesitancy in their speech, should be encouraged to know that there's a solution out there. And if they have children who are now at school and have one and is driving their poor parents demented, not to mention the child, that there's something they can do. What do you want? What's the best thing for them to do? I mean, 6 months ago, there's no way you'd have come on a radio programme.
Not in a million years. No way. It's a programme where you have to work hard. We take on a sportsmanship mentality where we have to work at our speech every single day.
And where's it based?
The programme I'm working with is UK South Maguire programme, which covers the whole of the South, but there is a...
Who's the Maguire, by the way?
It's named after an American man, Dave Maguire, and he's the founder.
Right.
And every person on the course has a stammer, so they know exactly where you've been, how you're feeling.
And how do you get to the course? Do you have to go to meetings, or do you do it through the internet?
Well, I found out about the course on the Jonathan Ross show, so I done a search on the internet and found out the phone number. And
Sure. Do you know what the website is called?
the website is
www.
Sorry,
World Wide Web dot.
www.
Yes.
Maguire Program, spelt
MCGUIRE.
sorry, double ME on the end for program.
Right.
.com.
Right.
And I have a free phone number as well, which they can get hold of the...
Oh, good. Good. Well, that's good if it's free
of the regional director of the UK South, and that's 0800
Right.
917
Yeah.
6579.
That's absolutely great. Now, do you have to... they say about recovering addicts of anything, whether it's alcoholism or drugs, there's no such thing as I used to be a drug addict. You're a drug addict who's not having them that day.
Yeah.
So do you have to keep practicing? Do you set yourself little tasks?
Yeah, I have to work on my speech every day.
Right.
If I don't, I will slide back down the slope
Is that right? Do
to
you think
where I
so?
was. No doubt about it.
Really?
One thing I must stress is it's not a cure. It
No,
will
there's
not cure you.
sure.
You get out of it what you put in, and if you put the work in, do as they direct you to do,
Yeah, sure.
then you will gain control of your speech.
I don't know whether you heard me just before you came into the studio. I was talking about a colleague of mine I had in my old newspaper days. And when he spoke in English, I mean, really and truly, it was impossible.
Yeah.
It really, really was. But he was also a fluent Irish speaker because he'd been brought up in an Irish-speaking house, spoke Irish perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, no explanation for that.
No, well, there's a few people on the programme.
Yeah.
If they put on an accent, they can speak absolutely fine.
Is that right?
Yeah, because you take on a different persona.
So if you were pretending to be Donald Duck, you'd be fine?
Possibly. For me, probably not. But
Right.
for some people, if they take on a different persona and put on an accent, they're not being themselves, the stammerer.
Oh, I
they're
see
being
what you
someone
mean.
else.
Do you meet other stammerers?
Yes, I've met a lot of people. I've been on 3 courses now.
Right.
My first course was in Coventry in June 2008. Then I went to Norwich in, I believe that was the end of August. And I've just come back off of a course a few weeks ago in Bournemouth.
Right. Do you know if there are any physical locations for courses in Berkshire?
There's no courses planned around here. The
Right.
closest one is Bournemouth,
Right.
which will be around November time
Okay.
next year. But
Well,
there's
Nick,
lots of other courses.
yeah, Nick, we'll give that number is 0800 917 6579. We'll put that up on the BBC Radio Berkshire website. And thank you very much, Nick.
No problem.
You'd never know.
Thank you very much.
You'd never know. Well done, mate. And I know that you're a carpenter and joiner by trade. You're working this morning.
I will be working later on today.
Whereabouts?
I shall be working in Thatcham.
He's on the way. I know. Yeah, I know he said first thing in the morning. But what did you expect?